Welcome to the local swing. Today's guest is someone that I've been personally friends with for a very long time, over 25 years, which is sad because that does put us back in high school. We're getting up there in age. But anyway, today's guest is owner of Bella Blends, a company specializing in handmade wellness products and essential oils, and is Amy Hartman. So, Ian, thanks for swinging in.
Oh, thanks for having me, Ryan. I really appreciate being here. I'm excited.
Awesome. So, take us back to like the beginning days of Bella Blends. Like, how did you get started, and what made you inspired to get this thing started?
Yeah, so I was a hairdresser for 20 years. And I just, over the last probably 5 years of doing hair, I just didn't like love it that much anymore. I got actually super anxious doing it. I just was something in my heart was telling me that, yeah, it wasn't for me. I just didn't know what to think of that. And then I had, three children,
Yeah.
two boys and a girl. And then after the birth of the boys, when I had the boys, it was just so easy. I felt like I was able to do the same routine, like go out and about with whatever. And they loved being out with me, shopping and this and that. And then I had Avery, and I got like just really anxious. Like I just, maybe it was like outnumbered. I just felt like I couldn't go to the store. I couldn't do anything. Like it was just like almost like trapped feeling. I'm like, what is this? I didn't have it with the boys. So probably I didn't call it back then, but it probably was postpartum.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the doctor and I sought out different avenues of different, tips that she gave me. And I tried them, but I said something else has to help, like a more of a holistic approach. So my girlfriend's like, why don't you try the starter kit? It's essential oils. I said, oh, we'll give it a shot. So I bought the starter kit. And it came with the diffuser and it came with 12 essential oils. And from that day on, I just never looked back. I mean,
Yeah.
they were a game changer for me. They helped me with anxiety. They helped me with boosting my family's immune system.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like magic.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, a couple
that's,
things there I can relate
yeah,
to was that you just reinforced, thank you. Like, I'm a girl dad, so I feel the anxiety
yeah,
thing a
yeah.
little bit sometimes. But that's just awesome when something just like clicks like that for you. Like, when you got the essential oils, I did the same thing actually. I got a starter pack from a friend who had just like gotten into essential oils, and I would chalk it up as me being young and irresponsible and really not knowing what to do with
Yeah.
them. But that does bring me to another question: is what do you see as essential oils that men would use as opposed to women? 'Cause I remember having
Yeah.
like thieves and
Yeah.
peppermint. Um,
Yeah, so definitely thieves would have been great last week when you were sick, like to boost your immune system. You can rub on the bottoms of your feet. The kids, like whenever they're sick, I would give them like a drop of thieves and honey. So they
yeah,
would take it internally. And you have to be careful with essential oils. Not all of them are created equal. You have to make sure they're safe for internal use. Some of
right.
them are not. So you have to research your products and make sure they're safe for that. Peppermint would be great for before a workout. It
Mm-hmm.
boosts your endurance, and it actually creates some oxygen in your body. So you can rub it on the bottoms of your feet, pop a little bit in water, drink that.
Right.
Some wintergreen, maybe if you have sore muscles, that would
Yeah.
be good for men.
I remember doing the peppermint in my palms and
Yeah,
running it
like,
together and then like
yeah, great for
puffing it
sinuses.
in it
Wake
like.
up.
And then sometimes I'll go to the gym and I'll sit in the steam room, and I don't personally do
Yeah,
it, but some people put a little bit of essential oils like on the. That's like a diffuser on steroids. It
definitely.
just like pumps it out. You can feel it when you walk in.
Yeah, like even in the shower too, like take some eucalyptus if you're feeling sick, like the shower's going, let it get steamed up and put a couple drops of eucalyptus on the bottom of the ground, and it, opens your sinuses, gets you, even if you're not sick
Yeah.
during the morning, just kind of opens up your sinuses and gets things moving and gets you excited for the
Sure.
day. Yeah.
Where did the name Bella Blends come from?
Okay, so I'll like start and then I'll tell you where I'll go back a little bit
All
and then
right.
I'll tell you. So being a hairdresser, I had a client. Her name was Maria, and so when I got these essential oils, I was like, these are great. Like I'm gonna start making things, you know. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna make bug spray, and so I was making it and giving it to my friends and making essential oil rollers. So just like, do I have one here? I probably didn't bring one, but they're just a 10 mil roller ball, and you put a couple drops of essential oils and roll it on. They're already diluted, so I was making. And my friend became my friend as a hairdressing client for so many years. And she's like, let me make you she's a graphic designer. Let me make you a label. I said, oh no, I'm just going to give them away to my friends and I don't need a label. And then all the while my kids are seeing the joy I have in the essential oils versus the joy I've had doing hair, which I was so grateful for the hair business for so many years. But they saw the joy in me, and my son Ben was young at the time. He said, Mommy, please just stop doing hair and do your essential oils.
Yeah, he
So
noticed.
he noticed, and I didn't want him to see like these dreams that I wasn't fulfilling for me. So I had a black lab at the time. She was 14, so it was our first baby, and she passed away.
Mm,
So her name was Bella.
yeah,
So everything just kind of sparked in me at that time. I'm like, life's too short. My
right.
first baby passed away. Like, let's go. Like, I have to do this for my kids. So my girlfriend, who was a graphic designer, she made the label.
Nice.
And we came up with a name called Bella after my dog and blends, like, after blending the oils.
Hmm.
So we did it. We came up with the first thing we made was the bug spray.
Okay.
So a non-toxic bug spray. And throughout that transition, like for a year leading up, I would see butterflies everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, what does this mean? Like, what is the sign of butterflies? So
Yeah.
butterflies were on every single one of my products. And when I looked up the meaning, it means transformation.
Got ya.
So I'm like, that's it. So I made the transformation into doing essential oils. Started out with just mainly essential oils, just bug sprays. We got into some room sprays,
Hmm.
essential oil rollers, like I was saying, body scrubs, things like that.
Yeah.
And I was still doing hair a little bit here and there. And then as the years went on, I just kind of more or less got into doing events and
Yeah.
showing people my products in farmers markets and things like that.
That's awesome.
So that's how the name got started.
So you did answer a question. I was going to ask you what the first product you made was. So it was the bug spray.
Yeah.
And I believe we have bug spray up here. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Natural bug repellent.
Yeah.
So how much would you say this evolved from the first time you ever made it? Or is it really not like that? Is it pretty
I
much the
mean,
same product?
I keep thinking of like adding more, but it's just it works so well that I think we should stick with the original. So it's like
Yeah.
the same ingredients, the same packaging, and I have like that size. I actually do have a roller now.
Okay.
So you can roll out when you're going hiking or whatever. You can just kind of take with you. You can rub on the bottoms of your feet and it'll go up to your whole body.
Hmm.
We did that in the Adirondacks when I first got into the rollers. So my son Ben and I, we rubbed it on the bottoms of our feet versus the other ones spraying it on. And we didn't spray it on ourselves. We wanted to see if it would work that way, and it did. We didn't get bit.
Nice.
So you can do both. So it evolved in that way, but mainly it's the original.
What would you say are like the harmful products in some of the not handcrafted wellness products? You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
kind of products are in a regular bug spray that you would say?
Yeah, so there's products called DEET. You heard of that before? And it's just like a toxic, and you're spraying and you're aerosoling it on yourself, and
Mm.
the aerosol is not good either. So you're getting that into your lungs. And
Right.
so you're maybe not getting bit, but you're also disrupting your
Right.
lungs, your endocrine system, like all your hormones, everything.
Yeah.
So that, along with sometimes people use, like you'll see now essential oils, but like our essential oils are really pure. They're third party tested. They're high quality. So some essential oils are not. So you might see like as a cheaper version or whatever. But so yeah, so just like the DEET is like the main thing
Got ya.
in the bug sprays.
One other thing you touched on was how you used to do hair, and that in itself is an entrepreneurship too.
Yeah.
You know, you're marketing yourself and you're trying to get clients by yourself, and you're not really technically working for someone else. I know there's probably you have to rent space and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's interesting that you transitioned from one, you know, something you had to build for yourself to
Right.
something else. So do you feel like doing hair and going through those growing pains in the beginning helped you when you started Bella Blends?
Oh yeah, you definitely have to start from ground up. Like nobody knows you,
Right.
so you have to do the farmers markets. And like it's funny, the very first farmers market I did, nobody knew me, and then I did it the whole season. I'm like, I don't know, this was a bit slow. But then the next year, people were coming to my booth, remembering me. So that was something cool to see. Like they'd come for a candle or they'd come for a spray.
Yep.
You know, so I was like, that's kind of cool. So yeah, you have to definitely grow your clientele, and you have to like definitely grow your clientele again.
So I saw on one of the products up here there was a meditation candle,
Yeah.
and that is different than a regular candle. How?
Yeah, so we have two different lines of candles.
Okay.
We have a meditation candle. We have a pure essential oil candle line. And those are just pure essential oils, mainly for, with the meditation, mainly for the therapeutic benefits.
Okay.
So you're burning and you're getting, with the lavender, and you're getting the calming effect. Whereas versus the other candles, you're getting the aroma effect.
Got it.
You're not, it'll smell nice like lavender. You're not getting the pure essential oil of the lavender,
Yeah.
but they're still non-toxic candles.
Yep. So you just started doing candle making parties. Maybe not just started, but you started doing that.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and who was your first party?
Yeah, so that was something that came about, but also had a lot of nerves behind it.
Okay.
Because you're teaching, like in front, like I would do hair, I would talk to my clients, I would do a farmer's market and talk to one-on-one, but I had a couple opportunities and I kind of just kept shutting them down, and kind of like I did with the essential oils at first, you don't think, it's like someone puts a block on you sometimes. It's like, just barrel through that, like you can do it,
Yes.
So then this place called Sand Lake Merchant opened, and they're like, hey, why don't you do a candle making class? So they like said, I want you to do it, let's book it. And I'm like, okay, then I just have to do it. So I bought all the products.
Right.
And I was a little nervous. We had 20 people. Like that's a big number for a candle making class.
Sure.
I think the max was 20, but I kept adding on because friends wanted to come and this and that. So I was nervous, but I also asked God. Like I just went to the chapel before here. Like I have a lot of God, God's in my life so much, and given I want to share and show, how am I going to do it if I'm nervous and say no all the time? So
Right.
I did that class, and it was so much fun.
That's awesome.
People were like mingling and then creating their own scents, and I got to see like what they created, and it was just so fun. I'm like, why did I wait so long to do this?
Yeah. A lot of times, like when I'm looking at like motivational entrepreneur content on social media, that's a big thing that a lot of them touch on, is the thing that's going to bring you to the next level or set you free, or whatever verbiage they use, is that thing that you're putting off. And like for you to say like, I just didn't want to do it and I shut those opportunities down, and then finally you just like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And now it's just it's paid off for you, and it's something that you're glad that you got into.
Exactly. Like your nerves will get the best of you, and they do to me sometimes, and you just have to push through, because once you do, like, look at the doors that have opened, you know, and meeting so many people. And now some people are finding me on Instagram. I'm doing bachelorette parties. I don't even know these women.
Yeah.
They're finding me, and I'm like, how'd you find me? Like on Instagram, I just searched.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's amazing. So if I was never to do that, I would never meet these great people, and the opportunities just grow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, building relationships. I mean, that's another thing that I kind of see in the content that I look at for, being motivational entrepreneur stuff is, the relationships that you build create more opportunities and just helps you grow as a business. So
definitely.
What would you say if there was something in the beginning maybe that you did that you wouldn't do again if you were going to start again now? How would you start again if you had to do it again?
I guess when it comes down to, like, I talk about the nerves. Like, I would just share my essential oils more. I would share exactly what I told you about the peppermint. I would share more on social media. It's just getting in front of the camera and being nervous.
Sure.
And it's like, when everybody's nervous. And you know what I did the other day, Ryan? People are always judging themselves versus a social media post from now. Look at that post that person did 2-3 years ago. It's completely different.
Sure.
So you start doing these videos, and that's like my son too. Like, he's starting his own business, and he wants to talk about his faith. Anybody's too nervous to be in front. So I want to be able, I would say, don't be nervous to myself.
Right. Exactly.
And just talk about the peppermint. Talk about what you do. Show the video. It's just like, you gotta stop letting your nerves get the best of you. So I would probably be in front of the camera a little bit more, showing.
Yeah, that's another thing I see too. I don't know if you're familiar with Gary Vee. He's a very outspoken entrepreneur kind of guy, and he's always like, a lot easier said than done, but like, just effing do it.
I know.
Like, do you think that I was as good on camera, like, 15 years ago when I started as I am now? Like, he's like, I could walk through an interview with no problem now.
Yeah.
go back, like it's not the same. So just
Exactly.
doing it and like, oh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I
I
sound.
know.
That's in your head. Like,
No. Or you don't
and
want to
that's
say the wrong thing. I'm always like compliant. Like I don't want to say the wrong thing about the essential oil and someone like, but it's like, who cares if they do, you know? It's
right.
like, okay, well, I was wrong. You know, who
That
cares?
you're not going to please everybody.
Yeah.
And that's another lesson that you have to get over is you spend so much effort sometimes being like, oh, what's this person going to think? Am I
That's the
appealing to
problem.
these people
Yeah.
enough or not? And you just can't work like
Yeah.
that because you'll just keep getting in your own way over things.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm going to do a little round of quick questions, right? So like the first one, you a morning or night person?
Morning.
Definitely morning?
Morning.
I'm such a morning person.
Morning. And my kids are having sleepovers. These teenage boys are having sleepovers.
Okay.
And I'm like, Mom, just go to sleep. I'm like, no, it's so loud. I'm a morning, like they'll have sleepovers and they'll sleep till 12. I've already had a whole day set in. Like
Oh,
I'm the
yeah.
morning, get up, work out, like get something good to eat. And
Yeah.
but you are the same way.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love getting
Yeah.
up early.
Wait till the girls are having a sleepover.
Oh, I know it. I know. Not too far away.
No, I know.
Jesus, time's flying. But coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay.
Yeah. I am. Yeah, coffee just gets me. I used to drink a lot when the kids were young, but yes, through the anxiety thing,
Sure.
the coffee gets you a little bit more jittery. So definitely tea, especially at nighttime.
Now with your tea, do you use essential oils in the
So
tea?
sometimes I do. Like there's an essential oil called Copaiba, and it's great for inflammation, and a little bit of peppermint too before like a workout.
Yeah.
That would be great to do. At nighttime, sometimes maybe a little lavender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What is your favorite scent, like of candle that you would make?
Yeah. So the candles, I would say like more of like a sage, grounding sense, like vetiver or sandalwood.
Mm-hmm.
But then for the essential oils, it would probably be more like a lavender, a calming essential oil. So
Would you say you're more of like the meditative type line or the aroma one?
I meditated.
Yeah.
100%. Like I think what I would like to do is have like only essential oils.
Yeah.
You know, only essential oils in my line.
Right.
People love the aroma, but I love the therapy, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
What is one wellness practice that you swear by?
Grounding.
Grounding.
Yeah, so ground your feet in the earth. I mean,
Oh.
a lot is hard right now, but
Sure. Yeah.
only today is okay. But yeah, just getting connected with earth is the best. That's why those grounding oils like cedarwood, vetiver, you can put them on the bottoms of your feet. So it does
Okay.
the same thing, pretty
Sure.
much. You know, you're grounding with the trees from where they're originated.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of grounding stuff also,
Yeah.
and don't know a terrible amount about it, but it's something
It's
I would
amazing.
definitely like to
Yeah.
learn about. What is one piece of advice that you would give to someone trying to start out? Maybe you answered that a little bit about not being afraid to be on camera and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but maybe is there something else you could think of?
Yeah, so just stay true to yourself, and don't doubt yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not being
that's a big
nervous.
one. Yeah, the doubt, it creates anxiety, and then the anxiety creates
It's
more doubt, and like
and
you're
not
in this you're in this big circle.
Circle.
Do you do parties making candles where it's all men, or is this typically more of a women dominated thing?
I mean, I would like more men to come.
Yeah.
I only had a class where like one man came,
Yeah.
and that was a class at the Honest Way Co-op, and you bring your own jars with an upcycle type of class. And I was like, that's great that he's here. Like more
Yeah.
people should come. It's mainly women,
Yeah.
but men are totally welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a big candle guy.
you could come.
I love
Paige
candles.
date night.
That's where I was gonna go with.
Yeah.
Couples candle creation
Totally.
or something like that. I
Yes.
think that's a good
We could do it
avenue.
right here.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Put some
absolutely.
tables up.
I'm always looking for activities to do.
That's
out
what I'm
here, for
thinking.
sure.
Yeah.
But, well, I think we touched on a lot, and I think we learned a lot. And I think that today's experience was great to learn about Bella Blends. Like I said, I've known you for a long time, and I really didn't know a lot about what you just said. So I got to pay attention more. But that was great. So thank you for coming into the podcast and sharing your successes in your journey.
Thanks, Ryan, for having me and giving me the platform to share. Because this is gonna be great. Now I shared, and people will see,
Absolutely. And we'll do the
and then
same.
I'll have to do more of it.
Yeah. Like I said, just trying to help people and create this positive community of, people are out there working hard and trying to, provide. So
Yeah.
maybe this will help people do that.
I hope so. I sure
yeah.
hope so.
So, well, thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right.